moments of brilliance, I'd say some of my greatest personal investments were conning the little man over here to trade pennies for dollars. So I'd give him pennies, which were nice and shiny, and when he was very little, I got dollars, which was 100x return on my money in a very short amount of time.
There's actually pennies for quarters. The exact story is you trade me 3 pennies for a quarter, and not understanding the difference between quantities and
yeah, but also
and
like card stuff, so it was good for cash transactions as well.
I'm sure.
So that's probably my best investment to date. But we've had some other good ones since then.
Growing up, my father, we'd walk into his room in the morning, and he'd always say, as we were leaving, "Kids, never trust anybody." When my father finally caught on to the fact that Donnie and I were doing this every day after school, and Donnie was ultimately taking me, my little heart, my own blood.
For years.
He goes, "Eric, I keep telling you, never trust anybody." And I was 4 years old. I didn't really understand what it meant when you're playing with Legos, but
well, it's an interesting business lesson, especially it's not something you typically see, an adult telling, a 4 or 5 year old child is to, there's no smoking, no drinking, no drugs, and then don't trust anyone. He followed it up with, said, "You trust me, your own father," and he would say, "Of course we do. You're our dad." And he said, "What did I just tell you?" Basically, you didn't take the lesson. So, certainly kind of an interesting Trump moment, because I don't think it's something you'd see, any conventional parent-child conversation go that way, especially, not fully even understanding what the concept of trust was, and, having it be still an underlying, very valuable business lesson from, a very early stage in life.